In this video, I'll share with you my biggest public speaking failure and the 3 lessons that you can learn from it. Hey, it's Spencer Smith. Have you ever done your very best at something only to have somebody tell you afterward that in their mind what you had done wasn't very good at all? All of us in business, all of us who create things, know that's inevitable. We have an impossible time separating ourselves from our work because our work embodies who we are. As much as we want to tell ourselves our work is separate from us personally, that's never the case. So I had experienced this back in May of this year after I'd done a presentation, and I do a lot of talks to a lot of groups, so this is something I'm really comfortable doing, and I feel like I do a pretty good job. Well, back in May though, I got this email after a presentation that I'd done from a guy who said, hey, you know what? That presentation that I saw from you wasn't very good. And in fact, the last one I saw from you wasn't very good either. So I had to develop in my mind 3 lessons to take away from this experience, and I'm going to share those with you right now. Lesson number 1, you can't please everybody. Now I know this is cliche, but it's cliche for a really good reason. The fact that you can't please everyone is really hard to reconcile with yourself when it comes to that criticism that you've just received. Keep that in mind though. What it is that you do is not for everybody. The more you can segment your customer population, your base that you're trying to serve, the better off you'll be. So when you hear that inevitable criticism from somebody who said that they didn't like what you had done, you can simply say, hey, it's not for you. Lesson number 2, acknowledge and move on. So how can you do this? How can you go about acknowledging and then immediately moving on? Well, I don't want you to ignore the criticism. And by that I mean, I don't want you to just put it on a shelf and then leave it. I want you to have that door that that person opened on your behalf immediately closed. So here's the way that I did that. I wrote back and I said, hey, thanks for your email. Good luck with what you're doing. So if he was trying to troll me, if he was trying to get me to engage in conversation with him because of what he shared that was criticism with me, he didn't get that satisfaction. I ask you to do that same thing as well. Acknowledge it and move on. Lesson number 3, and this is the most important, persist. This is the hardest part, isn't it? Once somebody criticizes you, you have to reconcile with yourself why you're doing what you do. Unless you have a really thick skin, which I frankly don't, it made me question, do I really enjoy doing this stuff? And I had to pause and say, you know what? I do. I love doing these things. And the vast majority of people from whom I've heard after I've done presentations have told me that exact thing. They said the time that we spent together that day was beneficial to them because they were able to understand something that they didn't know before. So for me, that's the biggest value. People ask me all the time, do you get nervous before you talk? And the answer is, of course. I want to do a good job. So it's really hard to receive that criticism, but at the same time, I want you to pause and think about the fact not only why you're doing what you're doing, but also all those people that you've served already that have let you know how much they've enjoyed what you've done. Lastly, be sure that you persist with your activity. Be sure you keep doing those things that you enjoy, and even though you're opening yourself up to more criticism, know that you're serving the vast majority of people in an awesome way. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any ideas or any questions, please enter them in the comments section. And before you leave, please push that big red button to be sure to subscribe to my channel so I can keep these videos coming your way. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.